So, welcome back to this episode of Abandonment Issues. I thought it was about time I uploaded this Bungalow, as my backlog is getting rather full, and it seems like many people missed a lot of history on this house, let alone the gentleman that once resided here. And I don't want to be that guy, but if you're not going to document the place, why fucking bother? So anyway, let's fill you guys in. Mr. Friend died on the 17th of May in Brighton Hospital just 4 days after his 86th birthday. He had a shooting career which spanned over 70 years, during which time he excelled in both target and match rifle. It seemed Mr. Friend had a certain list of skills, ranging from leatherworking skills to arts and crafts, and he helped restore the old mill, or the Old Land Mill, in Sussex. So it seemed Mr. Friend learnt to shoot, like many of his generation, from a school life. From school, he then joined the Navy and retired from a position of midshipman after 3 years. He then joined his family business, Friends for Leather, established by his great-great-grandfather as a leather merchant. Mr. Friend then took the business into new territory, successfully developing and producing high-quality fashion handbags and briefcases. He also had a certain shooting jacket in which him and his tailor had made specifically for himself. So Mr. Friend's skills as a rifleman was rather extraordinary, but he seemed to have another skill, that of which he probably did at home due to most of the bits and pieces I found laying around. So it seemed that he would make his own ammo. I found empty bullet heads and various instruments around his home. It seemed not only did he have, skills in areas many would never learn, but he knew how to do it with ease. See, creating your own ammo is not something you'd learn overnight, thus his skills are no longer among us. It definitely makes you wonder what else this man knew. So anyway, as you're looking around his home, you've probably noticed various pictures of his rifle group and loads of other bits and pieces. Now, like I said, this house was rather remarkable in itself. But anyway, you're about to see my first selection of shots, so enjoy. So it seems the bungalow is actually up for demolition, and of course with all this contents inside, I'm quite surprised really. But everything is literally there to see, especially in this room. This room is where I began putting the pieces of the puzzle together, surprisingly. But most people don't actually pay attention to what they're photographing or anything really for that matter. Nowadays, people that are doing this, all they care about is pins and the next upload really, which to me is not documenting anything, But anyway, have a few more shots. But yeah, I do find it remarkable that not many people manage to put a lot of the pieces together. Most people are more interested in seeing what everyone else is doing rather than paying attention to what they're actually photographing. You know, that's just the way the urban exploration scene is nowadays, really. But yeah, there's not really much I can really say about those people, you know. See, I have to be drawn to a place, and I was definitely drawn to this place. Like, yeah, I can't just photograph an empty shell. To me, that's not even worth getting my camera out of my bag, let alone cleaning my lenses off. I prefer to tell a story. I often say to people who ask me why I do this, you know, I often say, like, I feel like a modern day historian because I only document places that I find of interest. And yeah, I have to tell that story. And yeah, people that do this simply do not tell a story. But regardless of whatever these people have left behind, I'll always document and let the viewer decide. What I find really remarkable about this house, or bungalow as you may, is simply the fact that it looks completely vandalised and wrecked from the outside. As soon as you step in the door and you go to your right, you can see where he was making his own ammo and his own little workshop. Yet what you've just seen now is like a little shed. I'm guessing that's where he probably done most of his work, you know. But yeah, it was a great house, honestly, a really great house. I'm unsure if it's actually demolished now or not, and I'm unsure the state of it right now, so if it is still standing, that is. I mean, one thing I also noticed was one of the rooms upstairs was rather empty, just packed with old film photographs. So whether, you know, that would have been one of his kids' rooms over time or anything for that matter, it seems that room was kind of left as it was. Right now you're looking at the kitchen, which was also really remarkable because now you're getting an insight into his life, his health, the way he ate, what food he ate. You know, these little bits and pieces tell more of a story than someone reading from a textbook or making up some bullshit just to get you to click on their video because they might have been touched by a ghost, or, you know, they record like a 4-minute video which literally you get nothing out of. You know, it's, I don't know, it's just when you look at places like this and you see the food that's left and you see what actually is just there in front of you, you know, you begin to know who lived there on a much different level than, say, just any other person that comes in with a camera and uploads to a social media site. I will also tell you though, I felt very at home inside this house, which is kind of like a rarity nowadays because, yeah, with everyone jumping on the bandwagon, everyone finding whatever they can, you just always feel like you're going to get caught or, you know, some other explorers are gonna barge in on you and ruin like that moment you're having, or just interrupt you fully. It seems the UK has gone very strange with that, but yeah, inside I felt very comfortable, and I really delved into this gentleman's life, and I loved all the little personal bits that were left behind. I mean, these photographs were absolutely incredible. So yeah, viewers, I really hope you actually enjoyed this video. It has dragged on for quite a while, to be honest. Obviously there's a mix of GoPro footage here, there's a mix of my Sony camera footage here. I just wanted to combine everything and create a completely different video for you all, and throw pictures in, you know, after you see what room I've entered, and just, yeah, you know, I'm always trying to mix it up just a little bit. I mean, like, how many times can you see someone walk into a shot, they talk about where they are, then they walk back into the shot, you see what they're talking about? Like, I always want to try and mix it up, do something completely different, give the viewer a real sense of what I'm looking at. You know, obviously I'm not hunting for ghosts like most people do, and I'm just simply here documenting these places for you all. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed being here and documenting it, and stay tuned for April,